هلا والله شباب، كيف حالكم؟ اليوم ان شاء الله راح نكمل تختيم، ولازم نروح عند آتشا ونتحدث اليها لانه راح يبدأ مراسم عقد جلسة المقاطعة، فلازم نحضرها. خلونا ننطلق هناك ونتحدث مع آتشا.
Archer, is everything ready?
The Shire moot will soon begin. Will you join us, Eivor? We'd be comforted by your presence.
طيب أجل لنذهب إلى مجلس المقاطعة.
Yes, I'm curious to see this Shire moot for myself. I'll follow. When will the vote begin, Abbas?
12 able lords of Lincolnshire have already cast their stones, but they have reached a tie. 4 votes for each man. It now falls to you to break this impasse.
Me? By whose order?
You have earned the trust of our 3 candidates, it seems. Even our bishop has found a certain fondness for your hardy spirit.
طيب كيف سأصوت؟ ستكون حياة الحاكم الجديد في خطر. سيكون قراري صعبا. يلا نختار هاي.
It's not an easy choice to make, but I will choose with care. I promise.
I pray that God guides your vote today, and not the devil, as I fear.
طيب صوت لحاكم جديد قد يساعدك التحدث إلى المجلس في اتخاذ قرارك، فخلينا نحكي معهم واحد واحد المرشحين ونشوف شو راح يقولوا لنا. راح نبدأ بأول واحد هون.
King Ceolwulf's attendant, aren't you?
Aye. The king sends his love and support. Whatever happens here today shall have his full blessing.
He's learning fast. Good man.
طيب هذا أول واحد. نشوف هذا اللي بعده.
How are you, Lord?
Have I heard aright that you have come to break us from our deadlock?
I have, Lord. Have you any advice before I vote?
Lord Hundbeor was a bold and honest man, if somewhat reckless. I see the same qualities in his son. Therefore, Hunwald is my man.
طيب حلو. هونولد هذا متفق مع هونولد. خلينا نشوف اسمه أفاغارد من أرغارد.
Good evening, Alfgard.
Alfgard.
I hope it's not untoward of me to solicit your support, but I do need it. The vote is closer than a cat's whisker.
It's a difficult choice, Alfgard. Know that I won't make it lightly.
Good, good. But let me say unreservedly that I am the man who will lead Lincolnshire into progress and victory.
I don't doubt your convictions, Lord.
طيب
A vote for Hunwald will return the house of the ferocious swan to its former glory.
لعند هونولد.
How fare you, Lord?
My prayers are fervent and my will is strong, Eivor. If I am Elderman, I will bring joy to this shire.
There's more to good leadership than merrymaking. You must be strong and stern and willing to take risks.
Of course, of course. Strength and wisdom and fortitude and all that. I shall rise above the peat moss of mediocrity. Have no fear.
That's good to hear.
طيب اوكي، مين في عنا كمان؟ في واحد هناك. مين هو بس هذا؟ هذا اللي راح معنا على الصيد.
Grim, good to see you again.
A hearty hello, Drenger. Seems Britain is getting quite used to the idea of Danes stalking her shores.
Where do you fall in this contest, Grim? Alfgard is a friend of yours, is he not?
He is, and a good man as well. But I cast my stone for the bishop.
The bishop? That's an odd strategy.
These Christians are easy to nudge about. So desperate they are to avoid a good fight, they'll agree to most anything a Dane says.
طيب هذا صوت للأسقف. شو الرسالة هي؟ طيب هنا نحكي مع الأسقف. آخر واحد هو أتوقع.
Bishop.
Eivor, I must thank you for your fearless participation in our moot.
I'm surprised to hear you vouch for me, Bishop.
I surprised myself, to be honest. But I felt it would be a good test of God's faith in my judgment. Under my guidance, this shire is crawling back from a decade of lawlessness. God knows the love that lives in my heart for the people of Lincolnshire. I pray now that he guides your hand accordingly.
Quite a gambit, Bishop. Mad enough to work, it may be.
Well then, I thank you for what it's worth. God go with you.
طيب احنا هلا اتوقع هيك حكينا مع الكل، ما عاد في حدا باقي غير انه نروح نصوت. فيلا.
Three men, 3 possible futures. Which of these sad puppets will dance best when you call upon them? It's not for myself I must cast this stone, but for my clan. Who will serve us best in a time of true need? You can never be certain where you stand in another's heart. Choose only for yourself. All three have strengths and weaknesses.
طيب أنتوا شفتوا هلأ لازم نختار واحد يفيد عشيرتنا، فخلينا نختار هونولد بما أنه نحن بدينا معه وعندنا صفقة معه.
Hunwald is not the most cunning or clever, but he has heart and spirit. Both go a long way in times of need.
طيب خليني أرجع للمرشحين. خليني أشوف الفقار.
Though tinged with arrogance, Alfgar is competent and wealthy. He'd be a good alderman, but a faithful ally.
اوكي طيب خلينا نشوف الأخير اللي هو هيرفلث اللي
The
عينه
bishop
تشيولف.
can be stuffy and wallows in Christian piety, but he is wisest of the three and has already proven himself.
طيب أضع هونولد في الاعتبار.
Hunwald is not the most cunning or clever, but he has heart and spirit. Both go a long way in times of need.
طيب يلا أصوت لهونولد.
Lead your shire with pride, ferocious one.
أتمنى اللي وصل للمرحلة هون واختار غير هونولد يكتب لي بالتعليقات شو الأحداث اللي صارت معه إذا اختار غير هونولد.
It is decreed by this lawful Shiremoot that the Alderman of Lincolnshire shall be son of our dear and departed Lord Hunbjorn, Lord Hunwald of Lincolnshire.
I don't know what to say. I thank you. Deeply, madly, humbly. What more can I say? I don't know. I miss my father. I'd sooner see him standing here than... Well, I will do my best. For each and every one of you.
Let us all raise our cups. A toast to our new Alderman.
طيب حلو تمام.
As all well know, this Shiremoot's decision is not final, but advisory. It now falls to our newly anointed King Ceolwulf to ratify our choice. To this end, we need not worry. Ceolwulf is a friend to Saxon and Dane alike, and he is sure to approve the results. Our good and noble friend,
A septic rot has overtaken this shire. A sickness for which there is only one cure.
Your Grace, what is this?
قتلوه.
Nobles of Lincolnshire, stand fast!
For the glory of the ancients, leave none alive!
شايف قتلوه للولد. يلا كانت في اسم الحراس.
Steel yourself, Hunwald.
Another battle!
طيب زين في غيره. تمام. لا. طيب حلو خلينا نخلص منه. تعال.
Is this how that god welcomes a new Elderman?
طيب لسه في كراس. طيب أنا ما انتبهت باللقطة إنه طعنوا مين؟
This one's gone. Find those who still draw breath.
إني قتلوا مين؟ لحظة.
Polish your ass, Unwald. The Alderman's seat is yours. As your war council, I suggest you waste no time in catching this grief tosser. He won't be far.
طيب طلع هو هذا الأسقف من جماعة تنظيم القدماء.
We should first bury our dead, no?
That choice is yours to make, Alderman.
Yes. Yes, of course. We'll bury our dead, then raise a feared.
I am at a loss for words. A trusted man of the cloth. I will pray for these martyrs, and tend to the remaining wounded until the last man walks free.
Be well, Archer.
And you, Eivor. May God, or the gods, protect you.
طيب انهينا المهمة، بس اللي مات ننتبه هو البقارد اللي مات. خلينا نقرأ الرسالة. اوكي يا شباب، جينا لعند هونولد.
What news, Unwald?
We've learned that Herivryth rode for the fort at Annikastre following the massacre. I have assembled a feard there. Quite a large one, in fact. They eagerly await your orders, Eivor.
You mean your orders, Alderman?
Ah, yes, that's right. My orders. Which are what, exactly?
Who can say? Ride with me to your camp, and we'll find out together.
طيب يلا خلينا نتبع هونولد.
Herivryth was a friend of my father's and always so dear to me. I don't understand what possessed him.
He invoked the name of an ancient order before his men attacked. I know exactly what possessed him.
Do you?
It's not a story for now.
This will send waves of disgust through all the parishes of Mercia. Herivryth is a new and ugly stain on the bishopric.
Your Christ was an interesting man, if a little soft. But stranger still, I've met so few Christians like him.
Today has been a boon, Eivor. In spite of everything, I now know my father's spirit still burns within me. It's thanks to you I know this. When songs are sung of the day Lincolnshire was saved, your name will ripple through every stanza.
Don't be hasty, Hunwald. One verse of our song remains unsung. The din of battle beckons.
You pagans and your appetite for battle. I certainly don't share it. I worry what diabolical feast the bishop has in store.
Don't let that poxy bishop worry you. With Eivor beside us, he'll be victuals before long. How has Atcha taken all this? She and Herivryth were so close.
She must feel as though the devil himself attacked her monastery. The poor lady.
We spoke briefly. Her spirits were low, but her work carried on. I think she'll be fine.
Manipulated by a man who should be God's gladdener. Here's the camp, do you see? The feared will soon be ready for action.
Give them mead and let them rest. There's hard fighting ahead.
طيب خلينا نتحدث مع القبطان.
Don't want to freeze to death here.
هذا هو القبطان.
Our warsmith has arrived. The feards are ready to fight.
Chieftain Eivor, can we win this fight with the men you see assembled here?
If they fight with the bravery of double their number, we may.
And is there room in your Valhalla for a ferocious swan?
Of course. Let fly your glorious banner.
Are we ready then?
طيب لنبدأ الهجوم
We
يلا.
attack now. Ready the field.
Our first task will be to breach the outer wall. Then we deal with the troops inside.
طيب بدأت المعركة.
Holy warriors of Lincolnshire!
لازم نقطع حمل
The
بوابة.
best way to
باستخدام
breach
هذا.
is with a battering ram. I should help it along.
طيب. يلا.
Look out! Oil!
هجوم يلا. اوكي. واحد اثنين. يا سلام. يلا. يا سلام. يلا. خلينا ندخل اكسر الحصار. ابلع.
Need to find a way past that palisade.
لازم نجيب السيف يا
Motion to
شباب.
do it.
بس خلينا نروح عشر كويس. طيب عنا الليمون وأطلق الرابط لخط الجسر المتحرك. هذا أول واحد. هذا الثاني. يلا خلينا نعثر على الأسقف هيرفريث نغتال أمه.
Herfrith has gone mad.
طيب هو موجود والكنيسة هي.
You, point me to the bishop. No one else need die today.
He's in the chapel there, hiding away. Scabrous coward.
Let no one leave that church without facing judgment.
طيب لازم ندخل على الكنيسة ونعثر عليه. وين الباب؟ هذا الباب. طيب لازم ندور على مكان ثاني ندخل منه. اوكي من هنا المدخل. راح نكسر هي وندخل. طيب خلينا ندور عليه. هذاك هو. طيب ابلع قتلنا. خلينا نعطيه تأكيد القتل. يلا لما خلاص خلصنا منه بس خلينا نتخلص منه.
I died the day I hid behind these robes, this cross. To bring the light of my order to a wider view, I debased myself. Clawed my way to the top of this common religion, full of common men. I should have lived as the ancients did.
That's the folly of mankind, Hiravrid. We wallow in our failures like happy pigs in a sty of shit. We should have learned to enjoy it.
طيب هلا عندنا مهمة تحدث إلى هونولد.
Eivor, is the bishop dead?
He bled too little and talked too much. Now he's gone.
I won't miss him. But Atcha will need some time to grieve.
طيب لقد قتلت ببسالة أيها البجع الشرسة، عليك توخي الحذر في الأسابيع المقبلة. المعركة الأصعب تبدأ الآن أيها الحاكم. طيب خلينا أول واحدة.
You fought well, ferocious swan. Notched a few scars on your baby fat today.
Yes, but they will heal. And stronger than before.
Lincolnshire is yours to lead, Elderman. The hardest fight begins now.
The din of battle still rings in my ears. I think I now know what it means to be a leader.
Good.
I would ask a favor, if I could.
Name it.
As Elderman, my life may be a dangerous one. For a time, anyway. Would you allow my Swanborough to take refuge in your settlement? At least until I feel all danger has passed.
We'd be happy to have her.
Thank you, my sturdy Norse berserker. The mead halls of my shire will be lonely without you stomping about.
Our people are bonded now. We must look out for one another.
Blast it. I am a horror with goodbyes.
It'll do for now. Now it seems the wind calls me back to Ranji.
طيب يلا خلينا نروح عند رابط ونخبرها باللي حصل.
Lincolnshire is a friend to us.
Wonderful news. And who is our ally there?
The boy Hunwald is the new Ealdorman of Lincolnshire, and he has sworn allegiance to us.
The loud one, an Ealdorman? Well, should he ever wish to call for aid, he need only shout.
حلو التحالف. شوف تحالف جديد بعده. خلينا ناخذ تحالف جديد. طيب خلينا ناخذ يورفيك.
Tell me about Jorvik. Hytham says there are 3 more targets there.
If that is true, you are in luck. Our old friends Jor and Ljuvina have made their homes in Jorvik. Both had status and influence in Norway, so they may have valuable insights into the city's politics.
That would make my work easier.
What say you then?
طيب سأتعهد الولاء ليورفيك.
I will go now. Do you know where I might find Hjor and Lufina?
When entering a new city, it is best to ask around the ports. The people there know more than the average peasant.
اوكي شباب راح نوقف ونكمل ان شاء الله المقطع اللي بعده. يعطيكم العافية، شكرا على المتابعة والسلام عليكم.